Appointment setting is the first step to making money online in the world of high-ticket sales. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through what appointment setting is, how to succeed, and how to transition and scale into digital deal making, because that's where the real money is, where there's more money and there's more responsibility, and everyone loves that. So let's get straight into it. A business is going to spend money on advertising on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. These ads are going to generate inbound leads. The appointment setter's job is as simple as contacting these leads and booking them into a meeting with the digital deal maker. That's it. Now, when I started in this space, I started as an appointment setter. The reason being is because, well, it's very easy to transition into appointment setting in the world of high ticket sales from your 9 to 5, because a lot of appointment setting positions come with a base salary. Now, they also come with 5% commission, and that's where, a lot of the money is made as an appointment setter. But the typical base salary ranges from like $1,000 to $2,000. And having that base salary makes it a lot easier to transition out of your 9 to 5, because you can replace your income with the base salary alone. So appointment setting happens in two ways. The first one is DM setting. The second one is over the phone setting. Now with DM setting, business owners run ads on Instagram. In these ads, at the end, you'll hear something like, DM me win to learn more, right? And all those people are going to DM that keyword, and then they get passed to the appointment setter. Now, from that point, the appointment setter's job is to, touch base with them, create a bit of a connection, right? See if they're a good fit, see if they qualify. And at that point, they book them into the digital deal maker's calendar. Then we have phone setting, which the ads are run a bit differently. The ads are going to be running people and traffic to a landing page. On this landing page, it's basically going to be a video with a free training, right? If they want the free training, they need to put their email and their phone number. Once they do that, they get put into like a CRM, a system, if you will, a database. And this database is where the appointment setter lives. The appointment setter goes into the database, calls up these people, and similar to with the DM setting, they touch base, they see if they qualify, and if they do, they book them into a meeting with the digital deal maker. So I've said qualify quite a few times now. What I actually mean by qualify is you are speaking to someone and you need to make sure that they're a good fit for the company, right? Let's say you're a marketing agency, right? You work with a marketing agency that helps real estate agents. You're not going to book in a chiropractor. For maybe some reason, the business owner might tell you, yeah, it's okay because we can help them. But most of the time, businesses have a certain type of person that they can help, and it's there for a reason. So don't be booking in chiropractors if you help real estate agents. Now, on top of qualifying to make sure they're the right fit, it's also about qualifying them financially, because you don't want to book someone into the digital deal maker's calendar if they can't afford your services, because then we're just wasting everyone's time and effort and energy, and who wants to do that? Now, you might be wondering how you can actually succeed as an appointment setter. And really all you need is 3 key traits. The first one is organization. You need to stay on top of your system, your database, make sure you're not letting go of any opportunities, making sure you're staying on top of new people coming in, making sure that you're dialing them up as fast as possible, making sure you're DMing them as fast as possible. Speed to lead is incredibly important, because if you think about it, these people are on their phones, right? They're seeing the ad, they're putting in their details, or they're DMing. So the sooner you can hit them up, the sooner you're more likely to book them into a meeting, and therefore the sooner you are to get paid your commission. The second trait is creativity, right? You don't want to be a robot when you're DMing or when you're over the phone with these leads, because that will just smell very fishy, right? In the world of online business, people are extremely skeptical. So you need to avoid that by just being a normal person, right? Don't be a robot, be creative. Right, what I recommend is leveraging free value. So if you work for, let's say, Iman Gadzhi, Luke Belmar, influencers who have a big personal brand, a great way to lead with value is to send them YouTube videos, to be like, hey, I've got some free training that I can send you. And that will basically lower their guard, and it's going to build a lot of trust. And by doing that, you're going to keep the conversation going. They'll be much more open with you, and they're way more likely to be honest, so you can qualify them better. And then you're way more likely to book them into a meeting, and therefore, like I said, way more likely to get that commission. Now, the final trait is persistence, all right? Persistence is so important, because a lot of the time that you speak to leads on DMs or over the phone, they might not pick up all the time. They might not answer their DMs all the time, but it's important that you follow up with these people, okay? Because there was a study done by this guy called Brevet that said 88% of all sales require at least 5 follow-ups. But the thing is, 44% of salespeople give up after doing just 1, and 96% of salespeople stop after doing 4. So by doing 5 follow-ups, you're already in the top 4% of all salespeople in the world. Congrats. And therefore, you're also way more likely to make a lot of money, right? So if you are being creative, if you stay organized, if you're being persistent, and most importantly, throughout all of that, you're leading with value, you're going to crush it as an appointment setter. And not only are you going to get that juicy base salary, but you're going to get a lot of money in commissions, which is what we want at the end of the day. Now, the one caveat with appointment setting is the commissions, because that is where you make most of your money as an appointment setter. 1 to 2K, it's not bad. But realistically, as an appointment setter, you can be making 3 to 5K very easily. And the only way you do that is if you have a good person to close these deals. So you need to make sure that the digital deal maker is doing well, because if they're not, you're not going to be making your commission. So the caveat is, if you have a crappy closer, a crappy digital deal maker, then you're going to have a very tough time making a lot in commissions, which makes it even more important while you are appointment setting to work on your closing skills, right? Making sure you're role playing, because what you want to be doing as an appointment setter is transitioning into a digital deal maker. You don't want to be staying as an appointment setter forever. You could if you want to, right? If you're happy making, 5K a month online. But if you want to be hitting the big boy numbers, 10, 15, 20K and more, then you have to transition into digital deal making. And the way to do that is by working on your sales skills all the time. So while you're appointment setting, you are learning about sales psychology, how to handle objections, and you're role playing like an absolute madman. And you might be wondering how you actually transition into digital deal making. Well, it's actually the natural step, right? A sales team needs to be progressing at all times. An appointment setter needs to be upgrading, right? It needs to be going into a closer. The closer then needs to be turning into the sales manager. That is the constant evolution of the sales team. And therefore, it's very, very easy to do that within your company. So if you're working as an appointment setter, working and practicing on your sales skills, you just ask your business owner or your sales manager, hey, I'd love to take some meetings and close some deals. And most of the time, they'll let that happen because, like I said, it's the natural transition for a sales team. But if for whatever reason, your sales manager or the CEO, the business owner is against that idea, then it's just about outreaching to some other people. I've made a bunch of videos on outreach on my channel, so feel free to check them out. So that's about everything there is for appointment setting. So to summarize, you need to be organized, creative, and on top of that, persistent. You should understand the basics of how they're paid, base salary, 5% commission. And on top of that, it's very simple to transition. You just got to make sure you're working on your sales skills at all times. Appointment setting is a great place to start because, like I said, if you're working in the 9 to 5, it makes it very easy to transition because you can replace your base salary and your fixed income from your 9 to 5 like this, and you can quickly scale with the commissions coming in. Now, there's a bunch more I can talk about appointment setting, and I'm probably going to make future videos about frameworks and all of this stuff. But the most important thing with this and everything is the consistency, right? Everything I've just mentioned today means nothing if you're not consistent. If you're not consistent, dialing your leads, DMing your leads, being creative, being persistent, staying organized, then it's useful. So make sure to stay consistent. And if you need help with any of the frameworks or anything at all, then feel free to DM me on Instagram because I can show you potentially how we could help you improve and scale into appointment setting or into digital deal making from your appointment setting position, or straight into digital deal making if you feel like you're up for it. All right. I hope you guys found this video valuable. And as always, jump and build on the way down.